servant, you call it lyrical servant. Two people stuck in the feelings, and I'm just coming to hurt a few. With these pages of burning through all the new shit I learned to do. I'm about to buy a tower, fuck your office and corner views. Here to do what I want, I don't need your approval. And I like my privacy, so fuck Alexa and Google. I'm just trying to nail my point like fingertips at a bugle. And the whole team gets a plate, no more oodles and noodles. I've been working on my craft, and we're stuck up in the past. No more feeling like a draft, yeah, it's time for me to make moves. Everyone has an agenda, January to December. It's a must you remember, can't f with fake dudes. Keep my head up in the clouds, yeah, I'm walking through the cloud. Pockets thinking from the loud, I'ma skate through. I'ma be me, all that I can be. Cause no matter what you do, somebody gonna hate you. I came to do the damn thing, cause I do the damn thing. So I guess the damn thing is getting done. I ain't popping champagne, this ain't a campaign. I ain't running, no, actually you should run. No comparing, clearly you can't hang. Such a damn shame, man, you ain't never won. Life ain't a fair game, I'm just an airplane flying through. Maybe you should see if you can get you one.
I know some niggas out here, they despise what I'm doing. Yeah, they despise what I'm doing. I know some niggas out here who be lying in their music. Yeah, they be lying in their music. I'm all about the vibe, you wanna try, come and choose me. Yeah, wanna try, come and choose me. You picking other niggas being wild, looking goofy. Yeah, being wild, looking goofy. I'm all about the money, trying to slide, come and shoot me. Yeah, try and slide, come and shoot me. I know a couple hitters that'll ride, tryna prove it. Yeah, they'll ride, tryna prove it. Banging, a lot of niggas, they be slinging couple 30s. Couple niggas switched up, always know they'll do me 30. Left it in the past, but they still out here tryna hurt me. Right up for you niggas, pick your man, I don't feel none. Bitches used to dummy, see me up, they tryna feel some. Talking about the ops, you seen them twice, just go and kill one. Mary's on my body, shorty mouth be going crazy. Really gotta do this for my day one. Drinking Casamigos got me nauseous. I know a couple niggas that'll pop shit. Chino told me go and get a pack and make a profit. Chino told me go and get a pack and make a profit. I know some niggas out here, they despise what I'm doing. Yeah, they despise what I'm doing. I know some niggas out here who be lying in their music. Yeah, they be lying in their music. I'm all about the vibe, you wanna try, come and choose me. Yeah, wanna try, come and choose me. You picking other niggas being wild, looking goofy. Yeah, being wild, looking goofy. I'm all about the money, trying to slide, come and shoot me. Yeah, try and slide, come and shoot me. I know a couple hitters that'll ride, trying to prove it. Yeah, they'll ride, trying to prove it.
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me? 'Cause I just wanna
On this team, we fight for that itch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that itch.
Coming in at 320 kilobytes per second, it's time for MattieC Sports for you and me.
What the fuck is up? They ain't touching me for nothing. Gang shit is not my business. I ain't not the one to fuck with.
All right, everybody, MattieC Sports. I got my boy here. He's been a lifer on the show, and he's been my boy for years. My boy, Don Shameless Shainis. How are you doing on this lovely evening? Well, it's still afternoon over there, right?
It's 2 p.m. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. right now.
So how are you, man? It's been a
Dude,
minute.
I haven't shoveled once this year. I'm doing fucking great, dude.
Oh, fuck
Fuck
off. Fuck
that.
off.
It's 65 degrees. Granted, it's raining, but it's 65 degrees outside. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
What's the temp out there, huh?
I think it's like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm pretending I'm in Vegas. I got my t-shirt on. I'm not shivering because there's a thing called heat in a house, so it's all good.
Yeah, but you're paying for that.
Again, shut up, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, bro, you have probably the biggest fight in this area so far this year. Bro, you're
This year
fighting
or ever?
Don, you're going to have more fights, and there are probably going to be a lot more bangers we're going to talk about with UFC or wherever the fuck you go.
Yeah.
You're like an alien spaceship. You go everywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to send it.
So you're fighting Nate Garib, 9-2. You, whatever. It doesn't matter what your record is. I know what you do. So dude, like, what got this fight going? And how excited are you for this fight?
So, I mean, this all started like a couple years ago. I didn't even know who Nate Garib was, and then I won the FAC title. I won the Cage Titans title, and then I'm like waiting for the call to the UFC, and this kid starts calling me out. He was fighting for CES.
Wait.
And,
Was that when he fought Jay Perrin and he called you out at that fight? Was that fight?
I don't think he ever fought Jay Perrin.
Who was it? I can't remember the name, but go on. I'm sorry to interrupt
It doesn't matter. I think he was like 6-1, so he was on the come up. And what ends up happening is I get called to the UFC, and he ended up fighting Dan Dubuque for the CES 145 title. Right. So the fight with me never ended up happening because I'm the biggest name in New England, and he was on the rise and was like, all right, cool, healthy competition. But he put my name out there, right? That was a couple years ago. So meanwhile, I had my little stint in the UFC and didn't work out for me too well. But I'm back on the regional scene, looking to get back in the UFC, and he's still around. He's won a few fights, won a few titles, and I'm fucking putting everything on the line to, go out there and win. And it's one of those things where it's like he's on the rise, I'm on the comeback, and we're gonna see what happens.
I'm telling you, man, like I said to you, like, fuck, man, like, fight of the year so far, and it hasn't even happened yet. Come February 9th.
This is probably the biggest fight that can potentially happen in New England. I think I'm the biggest name. I think he's got a lot of hype behind him, and I'm going to derail that train. And it's one of those things where it's like you don't see too many like highly skilled guys that are going to compete each other on the regional scene. It's like I'm trying to think back of like when you saw two guys that could, like, this fight could very easily be in the UFC. This fight could very easily be on this season of Tough. This fight could easily be in the PFL or whatever promotion you want to throw it on. And we're kind of blessing New England with keeping it local and affordable for all my friends.
Absolutely, man. And you hit the nail right on the head, man, because you are getting a high caliber UFC-esque, I should say, type of fight. And it's a pretty popular scene at Combat FC, and they have a nice little area to fight in what is it, Wilmington? Yeah. For this fight, I remember back in the day we were talking about it, that you were going essentially belt hunting. Is this even that anymore, or is it just listen, I'm going against a cop, you're bagging on it?
I'm back on the train. Like, bro, we're gonna fucking line my walls up with as much metal and hardware and fucking different promotions as I can. And Nate Garib is just the next guy on the list till I get back into one of these major promotions.
And by all means, I mean, shit, like I definitely will see Don Shainis in a high caliber promotion for sure. and I'm sure everybody else will see too. And potentially, could this be an undercard at a UFC event? Could it be a main card? It's almost like it is, and that's what's so hyped about it right now in Massachusetts is like, well, in the New England area, like shit, like Don Shainis and Nate Garib, like what a battle that's gonna be.
But like, look at all these other cards, right? Like, who else are you more excited to see? Like, what is a more hyped up matchup? You know, I'm trying to think. Like, I can't think of anything. Not in the past, fucking since I went pro. You know what I mean? Like, what's another matchup that you were like, damn, one of these guys is gonna fucking go. He's trying to beat a UFC vet. I'm trying to get back. Dude, this fight's gonna be fucking huge.
Oh, it's gonna be fire for sure. So how is the training going out there in Vegas? It must be beautiful with the high caliber fighters that are out there.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I've noticed is there's a couple of changes. Like, first of all, my commute's far nicer. I'm getting a lot more consistency in the gym as far as training partners go. I have a ton of training partners. I'm getting some really high level rounds. As far as like individual work, I have a room full of coaches. Like my guy Eric back home, he's fucking amazing, but he's just one guy, right? Like I have a room full of coaches, a ton of eyes on me when I'm working, you know, critiquing this, critiquing that, fixing this. I'm getting a lot of one-on-one work out here, you know, so it's like my guy Eric back home, he's the best. But the problem is I just had Eric, you know, and I didn't have a room full of fucking training partners, and so things weren't really ideal for me back there. But like now I'm getting to mix it up, and I'm training with world champions, number one contenders, former world champions left and right. So my training is really hitting the next level.
For sure. And you know, it's something that I see like for me, it's like the progression of you, like from Cage Titans to CES to wherever you went. It's like,
FAC,
when is
yeah.
the call coming? Yeah. And it was like, I knew there was something in yourself that it was like, oh shit, like now he's in the UFC. Like, damn, like he got to the level. And then, you know, like you said, there was a couple downfalls, but shit, I always talk to you about the Australia fight, and it was amazing. And then you tell me, you know, what the culture is like and how respectful your opponent was to show you around and do all these things. So it's not, I'm glad it's not just like, hey, fuck you, I'm gonna fight you, like the, you know, all types of bullshit, you know, like some really people go to dark places, such as, well, I'm not gonna say who, but you know, it's good to know that, you know, there's some class acts in this fight game, and then you progressed into one of those guys as a world class, like high caliber fighter, and you know, going off of, you know, how much class you give to people who like give you respect. You know, to give respect you have to get respect, type of deal.
Well, so this is how I'll sum up what you're saying, right? So it's like, yes, in the fight, like it's a fight, it is fuck you, and I am trying to kill you, right? That's a real thing. Like straight up, I'm trying to fucking kill you. That's cool. But people forget, and like people really do forget, like you're still a human being. Like I am no better than any one of my fans, right? Yes, I do something that a lot of people don't, and I am me. But like people forget you're still a human being, and like you still have relationships with everyone of your friends. It's like people forget, like they think you're just a character, right?
Right.
It's not like that. Like I'm still a human being. I still hurt and feel and have emotions just like anyone else. Like there's just a very brief period in my life where I get to live in the present, and it's life or death. And if you're not taking it that seriously, then you're probably not made for this.
Right. And shit, man, I say this in the most positive way. I would not want to live your life because of how fucking strenuous your schedule sounds. You've told me your schedule, and I'm like, I'm surprised you're not in bed for 48 hours straight.
I don't have time to be in bed for 48 hours. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure I could probably use my body good just recovering and whatnot. But like, honestly, dude, like, I'm plenty smart. I could do anything in the world I want. Like there's nothing I can't learn, right? And there's nothing you can't learn either. Like unless you have some fucking disability where you can't fucking learn, like you could literally learn whatever the fuck you want. I'm just very grateful I get to do what I do for as long as I've been able to do it and continue to do it. And I'm gonna run this till the fucking wheels come off because I'll tell you what, like money is not my motivation. Because if it was, I'd be doing something else and making a hell of a lot more money than I'm making right now. It's just one of those things that it's like, yo, I just want everyone to come see me fight and me to be present in that moment and take you along with the journey with me. So I'm very fortunate in that.
And as I said to you, Don, I'm very sorry, but I cannot be at that fight. But you
Dude, you're
damn
good.
know for sure I'm buying that fight for you.
Well, it'll be on Fight Pass. You don't even have to buy it. You already got Fight Pass, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, dude. You don't even have to buy it. You just watch it online.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Let's go.
But yeah, so I mean, dude, like, so this fight, you know, with the, so do you have more access in Vegas to, have the right nutrition, have the right places to go? Well, I know you have a gym, obviously, but like, all those different stuff like you know, the the saunas and like all that type of stuff, like high tech stuff that'll really get you like motivated and ready, like to have you in the best shape of your life.
Well, I'll put it like this, right? Motivation's not really a factor, right? Because whether you're motivated or not, you're there to do a job. So whether I want to do it or feeling it that day or don't, that's kind of fucking irrelevant. Like this is still a job for me. Like I have to get up and put on my pants and fucking go to work, just like anyone else. Granted, I'm not getting paid at the end of the day, end of the week, like everyone else is. I get paid at the end of when I produce an event. But like as far as having access, like, dude, I'm at a great gym right now. The UFC PI is right around the corner. I train with a ton of guys in the UFC. So even though I'm not in the UFC right now and I can't schedule my own shit, I could go in with a couple of my teammates from the gym, take advantage of the cold tub, the hot tub, go eat lunch with them, shoot the shit, go work out if I want. So I have plenty of access to the UFC PI. Now, like there's certain perks being in the UFC that you get to take advantage of, like free supplements, free shit like that. I don't really get that anymore. But like when I was in the UFC, I made a pretty good relationship with the people working the front desk, the nutritionist. So it's like I'm a pretty familiar face. And if I have any questions, I can ask, or if I fuck something up, I might ask like, hey, can you take a look at this? Or you see what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
I still
right.
have those type of relationships with those people, which I'm very fortunate for. That also being said, it's like having all these nice facilities and all that, that's great. But at the end of the day, it's still just dirty fucking hard work. And if you're not willing to put in that work, you're not going to get the results you want. The main difference that is convenience. So for me back home, it would take me 2 hours to get to the gym some days, or most days, to be honest, to walk fucking mile across the Boston Commons to go train, wait all day for people to got to work. Here, I fucking wake up 15 minutes, I'm at the gym. Right, 15 minutes. I'm at the gym warming up, training with fucking number one contenders in the world, former world champions, world champions. So it's one of those things where it's like, dude, I used to think like fucking 5-10 years ago that like, oh, I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna go work out, run, and then sit in 2 hours of traffic. So I sit in 2 hours of traffic and get some work in, and like, yeah, I'm grinding. But like realistically, I sit in 2 hours of traffic and fucking drive an hour home. Realistically, I'm just fucking wasting time. Right? I can make my life so much more efficiently from 15 minutes at the gym rather than spending 3 hours fucking driving. In an hour and a half, I could get the work in that I'm done back home in 2 hours. And there, my main work is done for the fucking day, let alone a 5-6 hour process of, okay, it's 4 p.m. right now. I need to be at the gym at 6:30. Fucking get to the parking at 6, walk across the commons. There's a half an hour. Cool. Get warmed up. 6:45. 7 o'clock we start class. 7 to 8 you're training. 8 to 9 you're doing striking, or MMA or whatever. Then have to walk another mile across the commons, get back to your car, pay for fucking park, and drive an hour home. I can do all that in fucking less time. So for me, it's less about getting out, grinding. Yes, it's dirty hard work, but my life is so much more efficient.
Right. And more beneficial to the things like you said, such as 2 hours coming back, going in, parking, walking, coming back, another drive. Instead, you're now
think about it
15
like
minutes
this, right?
into it.
Think about it like this, right? Let's say every day you wake up with like a GTA energy bar, right? Like you're like Grand Theft Auto, your energy bar, your health is at 100%, right? You drink
Yep.
your caffeine, you go work out. All right, cool. Let's say that workout brings you down to 50%. You eat, you gain another 20%. Cool, you're at 70%. Now you're waiting around all day. As you're waiting around all day, like your energy like slowly, 69, 68, 67. Then you drive to the gym. All right, you're at 60% by the time you're actually getting that training and you need. Here, I wake up, first thing I do is I go right to the fucking gym at 100%. Then I work from fucking for an hour drilling, a half hour live, and then I shoot the shit for 15, 20 minutes, refuel a little bit, drink some water, fucking eat lunch, get on with my fucking day.
I love that Grand Theft Auto analogy, man. I'm gonna use that shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at your day, right? Like, I don't know what you do day to day, right? I don't like. Obviously, I know you run the podcast. I know you got a job. I know you got a family. You got this, dude. You wake up at 100%. It's never gonna go 100%. You never get to put that body armor on for 150%, right? You wake up at 100%. That's standard. Okay. And some days you might wake up even less. You get some shitty sleep, or you can't,
Right,
you
right.
didn't eat right the night before. So it's like you're already starting at a disadvantage, right? And then you like the first thing you do, probably go to work like most people, right? So you're starting
Absolutely.
your workday off at 100%, right? You probably eat some breakfast, cool, right? And just to get through your workday. What's that? Fucking for a normal person, that's 8 fucking hours. All
That's
right,
it. 8
awesome.
hours. Yep.
Yeah, fucking 8 hours. So you wake up at 100%, go to your workday. So your workday is going to bring you down to maybe 40%. And you're going to tell me you have the motivation to go to the gym and do whatever the fuck you need to do and hang out with your family and eat dinner and do this and this and this and this. Like the way society's structured is kind of bullshit. And I don't agree with a lot of it because it's designed for people to fail. But that is what it is, and then that's why I'm very fortunate to live the life I live.
Right. And I agree with you. And it's basically like a routine for me too. It's not every day, but going to breakfast, drop my kid off, go to the gym, go to work, come back, repeat the whole week.
So you're lucky you get to go to the gym before you go to work.
Yes, because I work
Dude,
the
you're
night
very
shift.
lucky.
Yeah, I work the night shift, so
Yeah.
I can get that gym workout in. No, I'm not saying I've been doing this for a long time. I just started a week or two ago, but
Still.
it's a great regimen and I love it now. It's because like instead of sitting on my ass, watching TV until I have to go to work, I'm going and fucking going and do something. I'll swim or work out or whatever, because I'm trying to
better
work
you
for a
feel just
10K. Oh, I feel a hell of a lot better.
Like just waking up and focusing on yourself for even an hour, hour and a half, right? Or even 2 hours, however long you're fucking spending on your health, yourself, that's making you a fucking healthier human being, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. A lot of people don't get the opportunity to do that because, dude, fucking New England, I've lived there for a hell of a long time, man. I've always worked in bars because that's the only way I was able to train, right? And it was one of those things where it was like, most of my friends, they wake up. Don't even get me started if it fucking snows and you got to wake up 2 hours earlier to unshovel your fucking car. Fuck that. I don't understand why everyone doesn't move out of that overpriced place anyways. But but like, dude, it just doesn't make sense to me that like I'm obviously out here for my camp and I'm headed back home for a little bit, but it just doesn't make sense to me that like you're gonna wake up 2 hours to make sure you do or don't have to shovel to be at work at 8 a.m. Dude, just to sit in 2 hours of traffic. So you're leaving your house at 5:45 to be at work at 8, 9 o'clock to work 8 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Then sit 2 hours, 2 to 10, whatever. Sit fucking another 2 hours in fucking traffic. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah. It's a 40-40. Drive in, drive out.
Well, what do you mean 40-40?
40 minutes there, 40 minutes back.
For you?
Yeah.
What else? Like, dude, imagine if your work was just like right next to it. Like, so what I think now when I think of like hustling and grinding is like not so much like, dude, I used to think I was a man, right? I'm like, no one's grinding as hard as me. Like, and I'd wake up and
You
and
sure
I
that
was
doesn't continue, bro?
what?
The way you just said, the way you think that way, you used to think you said.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is like, dude, I used to think like I was fucking hustling, I'm grinding, dude, I'm training here, I'm fucking driving a Plymouth, I'm doing this, I'm bartending, I'm fucking hustling. Dude, my life was so fucking inefficient. And what I mean by that is like there was so much in between time between the gym I was training at and my work and where I was living. It didn't make any fucking sense. I'm spending more time driving than I was training. And then I'm fucking driving to work and I got to shower and I got to eat. Like the thing, I've really tried to just like strip out all the bullshit of my life and simplify the recipe. And it's like things are running much smoother now, so much more efficient. I'm actually able to work harder for the same amount of time, but have so much more energy and mental freedom than I have ever had. Obviously, like I'm no one special, man. I didn't fall into money. Like I still got to fucking work and hustle and do that bullshit. But it's one of those things where it's like, yo, right? Recently, this camp, wake up 15 minutes on the road. Fucking, I've been texting everyone on my phone. I could do that from anywhere. I could just sit in the gym and fucking get there a little early and fucking text everyone. Right? Hey, come see me fight. And not only that, like I take that to the next level too. I'm texting everyone individually. I'm not sending out group chats. I'm not fucking, dude.
Right.
Everyone getting a personalized fucking text. If I call you a nickname, like I'm putting your name in there. Like I have a general idea of what I send to everyone, but it's like, dude, I'm fucking typing every single 1,000 fucking texts. It takes me like 2-3 weeks to fucking just text everyone.
And what did I text you like 8 hours ago? And then you said, all right, let's go. What time?
Yeah.
You know, and then you found time, which is
Well,
always
I'm
awesome.
making time. I'm making time. You know, I make time for things that are important, dude. We got a fucking podcast. We got to run it. And yeah, dude, I'm out here promoting my fight. I want people to come see me fight. I want to see people share a moment with me, not worry about what was going on in their workday before, not worry about their girl, not worry about what they're gonna do afterwards. Like that's kind of the beautiful thing about the fight. Like you're so vulnerable, but you get to take people with this fucking journey with you, right? For that 15 minutes, you're there with me. Like you're not worrying about anything fucking else.
And that's what's great. Like I told you, seeing you from Cage Titans to now is fucking unbelievable to me. You know, and every single episode it progresses to tell me like how to improve. You're teaching me as long as and you're just talking, it's a normal day.
It is a normal day.
I know. So man, like with this fight, man, what can we expect from you when when the lights are on, you're walking, he's walking, you're staring down each other, and then let's go. Like let's go. What can we expect from you?
You've ever seen. I'm really put everything on the line, dude. I've dealt with so many different emotions. I've rushed some things. I haven't had some of the greatest performances just because of some mental shit going on in my life. So I don't want to claim fucking victim of circumstance, but like some things haven't gone my way recently. But that's fucking life, man. And I'm here to fucking put myself back in the spot right now. And it's gonna be either me or him. And you're gonna see the two best guys go at it, and one of our hands is gonna get raised, and I think that's gonna be me.
I love it, man. I love it. So I've said this a couple times to people. So I don't believe in resolutions. I think it's fucking stupid.
What do you mean? Like New Year's and shit?
Yeah, that shit. Like
Okay.
a goal should be like every day. So like for you, like what is the ideal goal for you, like fight wise, how many fights you want, or you know, how many belts you're chasing, or you know, your goal is the UFC again. Like what is the goal for you, like from now until whenever the fuck ever?
So I only deal with one fight at a time because like I don't think you realize like how vulnerable that you make yourself. Like you're walking into a cage and I'm ready to die. Like as fucked up as that sounds, and like as many people don't want to hear that, like it to me, this is a life or death scenario, right? So it's like on one end, it's like I'm ready to die. I'm not thinking about other fights. I'm not thinking about what's next. as an overall goal for the year, I just want to gain some fucking. I want to clear my debt. Like my goal this year, outside of fighting, is just get rid of all the debt that's packed on the last couple of years by pursuing this. If I can do that, this year is a successful year. I'll work on next year about fucking creating some financial stability and passive income. But like for right now, I just want to get myself fucking out of debt. And because debt's such a bullshit fucking thing, right? Like
it is.
Because dude, Ken Moy told me something that was told to him, and I'm not quite sure who told it to him, but like, well, think about money, right? This is what Ken Moy told me, and like I said, I don't know who told him this, but like, it's just so true. He's like, fighting's the only real thing you do, right? Because like, dude, you go to work to make what? Money. What's money? Money is like, what do you use money for? You pay off your credit card. So what are your credit cards for? It's like your credit cards is fake money, right? Money is this representation of gold somewhere that is equivalent to currency. So it's like, dude, you go to work all day to make, to buy shit you don't fucking need. What do you use to buy that? You use money. What do you use instead of money? Your credit card. So you're using fake money to valueize money, which doesn't actually mean anything. Like I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, but it's like, it's all fucking bullshit. None of it's fucking real. The only thing that you do in life that's real is fighting and fucking. Like that's the only fucking things you do in life that are real.
I love it, man. That's the best analogy. So I'm going to use that for what you just gave me as a
Well, fucking talk to Ken Moy about it, because obviously, like, he said it way better, and he could probably refer you to who said it to him. But like, dude, it was just fucking so fucking, like, when he said it to me, this is a couple years ago, so it's like I'm going off the top of the head, but it was just like, dude, pay off your credit cards. What's like, credit cards is fake money. Money is fake currency. It represents like, dude, it just made so much sense. And he was like,
I hear you,
and
man.
All this bullshit creates stress in people's lives. Like, what? Why?
Right. Exactly.
It's like you get a credit card and you're worried about paying that off because of credit and all this bullshit about like, oh, maybe I could buy a house, maybe I do this, but it's like, dude, you're worried about paying off someone you never even fucking met. Gives a fuck.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's like people are more worried about paying back their credit card than they are about paying back their fucking buddy that you borrowed money from. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, just don't get it on the front. Buy it straight up right that day.
I'm not buying anything right now. I'm bumming it right now.
So Don, dude, I'm always happy you're on the show. You're always a frequent guest, and you always keep the promise that you always will hit me up on whatever fight you got coming up next. So thank you for that. And obviously, how can everybody follow your journey through social media?
Go to fucking Shameless Don, Instagram, Facebook, fucking Snapchat. Yeah, I do have Twitter. I don't tweet, but dude, just Shameless Don, keeping it simple. Everything Shameless Don. You can type me into fucking Google, you can't find me.
And any merch you're slanging?
Not right now. This fight was a little bit sooner than I expected. It was one of those things where it's like I could either focus on making some new merch and do that, but right now that was a little bit more than I could chew, especially with like making the transition to spending more time out here doing camp in Vegas. So I didn't have time to like come up with a new design and all that. But I'm looking to make a new line of merch every quarter. So I'm looking at making 4 pieces this year. And we're just in the first quarter of the year. So expect when I come up with a new logo that I'm going to be dropping that shit soon.
Awesome.
I just didn't want to fucking deal with all that shit and worry about my fight.
I hear you. Yeah, you got eye on the prize first.
Oh yeah, dude, I got a fucking job to do. So honestly, this time the fight became before the merchandise. Normally, if I have a logo ready to go, I'll have that coming out right before the fight so I could market and sell it. But right now the fight came first and I didn't have time to think or get a new play on a new logo. So we're pushing that on the back burner right now till after this fight. In the next 2 to 3 months, we're going to expect a new line of merch.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to buy it.
My man.
So everybody, Shameless Don Shainis, look out fucking February 9th. And oh, sorry, do you have tickets available from yourself?
I'm selling fucking tickets. We're making my life easy. Venmo me, hit me up. I'm making it easy. I don't even have to meet up with you. You just fucking send me a Venmo. Your tickets will be waiting for you at the door under your name. We got a will call this going.
Excellent.
Don't buy them online. Do not buy them online.
Yeah, support your local fighter. Yeah, support your local fighter.
Your boy, dude. We're starving out here.
Yes.
Literally fucking starving. I'm eating right before we started. We went live.
So everybody, Friday, February 9th, 2024, Shameless Don versus Nate Garib. Probably one of the biggest fights in New England this year. And just fucking go. Or if not, watch it on UFC Fight Pass. You got to see this guy fight if you haven't already. You're dumb if you haven't seen him fight already.
Yeah.
So everybody,
under a rock.
so everybody, thank you, and everybody have a good night, and see you guys February 9th.
Thanks for watching MattieC Sports. Follow MattieC Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also follow Matt Cameron 23 on X.
What the fuck is up? They ain't touching me for nothing. Gang shit is not my business. I ain't not the one to fuck with. I bring the flow with lyrical stamina, rapping a million miles. One point I'm an animal, then I'm a cannibal, taking my pick and I pounce.
MattieC Sports is a Sinista1 Production.